All right, we are on pages 34 through 37 in science. We're going to go over those. I'm just going to read through it with you. I'm not going to do the quick checkups with you, so you guys need to go back and do this after we do the reading. Go out and answer those questions. Just remember, a lot of times those questions are what's going to be on your quizzes and tests. So don't just skip those. Go back and answer them, find the answers, and that will help you. All right, as you go, highlight things. I'm not going to tell you what to highlight because I've been training you on doing that yourself. I might pause or I might give you some hints, but I've already told you if it says something like this is important or something that just seems like it would be important to highlight, or if it's italicized or bold, okay, that's what you need to highlight and anything around it that is connected to that. So starting on page 34, right after the quick checkup, and if you haven't done that, you need to go back and do that after this. Eating balanced meals. A good breakfast. Breakfast is an important meal of the day because it provides nourishment for your body after a long time without food. What you eat for breakfast determines how well you can work and play all day long. It also affects how you feel and how you act. So a lot of people nowadays, I know a lot of people that just skip breakfast, so they don't even eat breakfast. But you have to realize you had dinner last night, you spent all night sleeping, and all that time, your body is still doing work. It's still working, so it's still using energy. And then when you wake up in the morning and you still don't eat, your body is going to be tired and it's not going to be ready for the day. That's why breakfast is so important. Breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day because it starts off your day. It gives you the energy to go through the day, and it refreshes your body after it's been all night without food. So just think of that. Don't get up so late in the day or don't sleep in so long that you skip breakfast. Breakfast is very important. So your healthful hint, a good breakfast includes milk, another protein food such as an egg, cheese, or meat, fruit such as orange juice, grapefruit, banana, or berries, and a slice of whole grain toast or a bowl of whole grain cereal. So that's a good balanced breakfast. By using 6 teaspoons less fat a day, you can eat all of these foods for the same number of calories. A cup of dark green leafy vegetables, half a tomato, a cup of fresh strawberries, I love strawberries, 1 fresh peach, I like peaches too, 1 fresh plum, and 1 oatmeal raisin cookie. Some breakfast cereals are coated with sugar, so like Fruit Loops and Marshmallow Mateys and Frosted Flakes. This much sugar is not good for your body because it is absorbed into the bloodstream too quickly. You should eat cereals that have only a little or no sugar added. A healthier way to sweeten your cereal would be to add fruit instead of extra sugar. I know a lot of people that do that. My mom would put bananas in her cereal or strawberries, and I like that too. And sometimes it's okay to put a little sugar, but just you don't want to overdo it or just eat all that sugary cereal. Try to find a cereal that's healthy that you still like, and then you just add a little bit of sugar, and it's enough to get you through the day. A breakfast of complex carbohydrates and protein will last longer into the morning than simple carbohydrate foods. So if all you're eating is just really, really sugary foods in the morning, you're going to be hungry a lot quicker. Whereas if you eat something with less sugar but more whole grain and stuff like that, it's actually going to make you less hungry throughout the day and give you more energy to do all your games and schoolwork. Check the label on packaged foods to see which ingredients are listed first. If sugar is first on the list, that food has more sugar in it than anything else. You should learn to recognize these other forms of sugar. So this is probably going to be important because you should learn to recognize them. Honey, molasses, sucrose, glucose, maltose, dextrose, lactose, fructose, corn syrups, corn sweeteners, natural sweeteners, raw sugar, and brown sugar. If 2 or more kinds of sugar are listed close to the beginning of the list, that product is high in sugar content. If several of them are listed even at the end, it still contains a lot of sugar. A donut, sweet roll, or sugar-coated cereal for breakfast causes your blood sugar to soar. Your pancreas responds by pouring insulin into the blood, and your blood sugar drops lower than it was when you woke up. So what this is saying is when you eat really sweet foods, and it's too much sugar, then your body, it has something called insulin, and that makes it so that your blood sugar isn't too high, because if it's too high, it can damage your body. So the body, when it feels like there's too much sugar, it pumps insulin into the body, and that's supposed to bring your sugar down. But when you eat a lot of sugar at once, then the body puts out a lot of insulin at once, and sometimes it puts out too much. And then it's the opposite. You know how when you have a lot of sugar, you're like really hyper and like bouncing off the walls? Maybe your parents have said, you're just bouncing off the walls, you had too much sugar. Well, you know how after that sometimes you just kind of crash and you're just like tired? Have you ever seen someone like they're bouncing, and then like a little while later, maybe half an hour later, they're just like, ugh. That's because your body is sent that insulin in and it brought your blood sugar down, but sometimes it brings it down too much. And then you're just tired throughout the whole day and you might be grouchy and irritable and you don't want to do anything. And that's because your body isn't balanced. You're eating too much sugar and you're super energy and excited, then you're really down here and then you're tired and grouchy, and then you're super excited and then you're tired and grouchy. So it's better to eat balanced food instead of a lot of sugar and then no sugar, then a lot of sugar. You eat something that's in between, in the middle, and it keeps your body regular so that you're not up and down, up and down, up and down. So then when you feel drowsy, you work more slowly and you cannot concentrate well at school. So sometimes when you come to school and you're just really tired or you can't concentrate and your brain is just fuzzy, think about what you ate for breakfast that day. It might have to do with your food, not just about how you slept, but it might have to do with whether you ate breakfast and if you ate a good breakfast. Scientific research shows that when you eat a nutritious breakfast, you feel alert at school. Thus, you can think better and do better work. Even if you are trying to lose weight, never skip breakfast. That's important, okay? Never skip breakfast. Eating a good breakfast, so why is it important? Maybe you should highlight this, think about it. Eating a good breakfast keeps your rate of metabolism higher than if you do not eat. It is helpful to vary your breakfasts as much as possible. So you don't necessarily want to eat the same thing every day for breakfast. If you get to choose what you want for breakfast, be sure to plan the protein food first. So instead of the usual egg or breakfast meat for protein, try a toasted cheese sandwich on whole grain bread. Whole wheat muffins can be substituted for whole grain toast or cereal. Blueberries, sliced or grated apples, I like having apples in the morning, or raisins may be added to muffins for additional variety. In place of milk and citrus fruit every morning, try this breakfast drink. And then you have the recipe for a fruit and milkshake. So 3/4 cup milk, 1/4 cup of instant non-fat dry milk, 1/2 cup of fruit-flavored yogurt, 1 banana cut and frozen, 1/2 cup of orange juice chilled. Put all the ingredients in a blender, cover and blend into a smoothie. Make 2 large servings. Get up early enough that you can have a pleasant breakfast without being rushed. So even on school mornings, get up early so you're not rushing through the day trying to get stuff done. It's better to get up early. A good lunch. Do you eat only those foods that you like? The right kind of lunch will give you more energy to think clearly, to work hard, and to play. So a good lunch includes milk, another protein food such as meat, a meat sandwich or a meat casserole, 1 or more vegetables, and a crisp raw fruit or vegetable. Remember that you need complex carbohydrates and protein for lunch to keep you alert. So food helps you stay alert, the right kind of food. What other protein foods may be eaten instead of meat? A fruit or vegetable salad may take the place of raw fruit or vegetable. A simple dessert such as fruit-flavored yogurt, pudding, fruit, or peanut butter cookies may be added. For a tasty dessert, spread peanut butter between 2 oatmeal cookies to make a peanut butter cookie sandwich. Sounds kind of yummy. Soup and a simple dessert such as fruit, peanut butter cookies, or oatmeal raisin cookies may be added. If you drink iced tea or a soft drink instead of milk, your body does not get the nourishment it needs. If you eat much candy or potato chips, you will not be hungry for the food your body needs. So if you're snacking all through the day on just candy and chips, and then it comes time for lunch and you're not hungry, well, the lunch food, that's the food that your body actually needs. The snacks and stuff aren't as important. It actually makes you tired. So think about that before you eat snacks all day long. So check yourself. So you can record the food you eat at lunch for 1 week. So go ahead and do this, okay, for this next week. For lunch, okay, you can start on Sunday. What did you eat for breakfast? What did you eat? No, for lunch, I'm sorry. What did you eat at lunch? And then do it under the different sections. You can have your parents help you if you want, and you can kind of figure out how healthy you're eating. Okay, a good dinner. Dinner time should be one of the most pleasant times of the day. It is a meal that everyone in the family usually tries to eat together. You should not eat a large evening meal because your body needs most of its nutrients earlier in the day. A large meal also takes longer to digest than a small one. If your body does not have time to digest the food before you go to bed, you will not sleep well. So if you're one of those people, I know some people eat together in the evening, some people don't. If you don't eat together and you just eat whenever you're hungry, don't wait until 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. If you eat that late, then your body's going to be working all night to try to digest that food. And when your body is awake and working like that, it's going to keep you awake too, and you're not going to sleep like you should. So it's better to eat your dinner earlier, 5, 6, at the latest 7 o'clock. And again, a lot of that depends on your parents, because your parents are the ones that are in charge of that. But if they let you choose when to eat, then don't eat super late. Soup, whole grain bread, or rolls, and a simple dessert may be added. Eating soup at the beginning of meals starts your digestive juices flowing. This helps your body digest the rest of the food you eat. Soups also keep you from eating too much food when you are very hungry because they give you a feeling of fullness. I love soup. I feel like people don't eat soup in the States as much as I am used to eating it in Romania. We ate soup a lot, and I love soup. And it's good for you because it has a lot of the proteins and stuff, but you can eat it and it makes you feel full without like stuffing yourself with a bunch of food. And then a lot of times you want to eat soup with something else, so not just the soup by itself, because that just kind of gets your body started. Preparing good snacks. If you eat between meals, you should eat foods that give you more nutrients. A good snack will keep up your energy so that you will not be hungry again in just a short while. Some good snack foods are fresh fruits, raw vegetables, hard-cooked eggs, cheese, crackers with peanut butter or cheese, small meat or cheese sandwiches made with whole grain bread, yogurt, nuts, soybeans, sunflowers, or pumpkin seeds, and whole grain cereals. Notice that those are italicized, so you probably want to know some of those and why they're and what they're good for. For variety, you may want to combine snack foods. So when you're hungry in the middle of the day, in between breakfast and lunch, or lunch and dinner, or before bed, you don't want to go and just stuff yourself with a lot of like chocolate or candy bars or chips. Those are okay in moderation. You don't want to eat a lot of them. But a better snack would be like peanut butter crackers or a little meat and cheese sandwich, not too much, or a fruit. And this will actually make you feel fuller, and it will last for longer until the meal. Drink a glass of milk, fruit juice, or vegetable juice with your snack instead of a soft drink. Milk and fruits can be combined for a refreshing drink, and you see a recipe there. Many soft drinks contain caffeine and sugar. Remember, sugar and most sweet foods do not have other nutrients that your body needs. That's bold and italicized, so it's probably important. Okay, all this sugar and stuff that you eat does not give your body what it needs. It just makes you taste something good, but it's not actually good for your body. If you snack on sweet foods, you probably will not get enough protein, vitamins, and minerals. And we learned all about what vitamins and minerals do for your body early on, so you know that those are important. When you do eat sweet foods, eat them at the end of a meal. Do not eat them for a snack. So when you have a dessert or a snack or something like that, you want it after you've eaten a good meal, not just in the middle of the day. Learning what foods not to eat is as important for good nutrition as knowing which foods are good for health. Become a sugar detective. Check the labels. It may surprise you to learn that ketchup you put on your hamburger contains more sugar than ice cream. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I read that and I was like, what? It's kind of crazy. So do the check yourself there, and we'll get started. The energy input and output balance. We're just going to get started on this. Maintaining your proper weight. Your weight is determined by the amount of energy you take in through food and the amount of energy your body uses. You need only the number of calories from food that your body uses each day. Taking in more calories than you use results in added weight. Too few calories can cause loss of weight. So for example, if you're eating a ton and all you're doing is sitting around on the couch watching TV like you're doing now because you can't go out because of social distancing, if that's all you're doing is stuffing your body with that, then you're going to get fatter and fatter and fatter because you're not doing anything to work off the food. But if you're someone who walks every day and runs and does exercise, but you don't eat hardly any food, then you're going to be getting thinner and thinner and thinner because you're not eating enough food. It has to be a good balance. Eat as much food as you need for the energy that you need. By watching your weight, you can tell about how many calories your body needs to keep you healthy and full of energy. If you have plenty of energy throughout the day, then you're probably taking in and using about the right number of calories. So we're going to stop there on the beginning of page 38. If you need to read through that again, you can. Go back and do the check yourselves and your quick checkups and answer all those questions, okay? And that's it for science. Bye-bye.